What's poppin', T subs and T squads? So listen, girl, if you hear this fan over here, it's because I'm sitting up under these lights and my ass is hot, and I ain't feel like pulling out my fans for this boring ass third part because the third part of this shit was boring. Now I don't know how anybody else gonna feel about it. To be quite honest, quite frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn. To me, I was bored as hell. But I'm gonna go on ahead and give y'all what they gave me. So this is Real Housewives of Potomac. This is season 6, episode 20, the reunion part 3. So the episode continue with Wendy reading Tacky ass the hell down, getting her to business, bringing up her tummy tuck. So Tacky says that the only reason why she had a tummy tuck was because she had twins. Giselle, shut your ass up. I have plenty of people that done had twins and their body came back snatched. You understand me? I don't know too many people that go out here and have a full blown tummy tuck after having twins. Because I know for a fact, tummy tuck is one of the most painful damn recoveries that anybody can go through because that requires them stretching your damn skin. That means anytime post operation, whenever you move, it's like killing your damn self. I don't believe that, Tacky. I thoroughly believe that you did do that to try to keep Curious George because he looked like the type of fuck nigga that girl the same way Safari felt about Erica Mina after she had her baby. I'm starting to think that that's probably what the hell he told you, and you thought the best way to keep that damn man and your position down to that fucked up ass church was to get a damn tummy tuck, and it did not work in your favor. So, girl, sit down. Moving on. Um. So Wendy pulling out text messages of Dickless knowing about the rumor, even though she says that she thought it was a different rumor. I was here for the text messages being brought out because it does show that Dickless is a liar. She's a liar. I'm sorry, but girl, you's a liar. You knew about it. You knew what was going on, and following up behind Giselle, being Giselle's lapdogs, and not being a bitch of your own. This is why what happened to you, girl. I mean, that's what it is. That's what it is. Talking about something you thought it was a different rumor. Like, first of all, didn't nobody really fuck with Wendy Asafo like that last season. So I highly doubt all of these rumors was just coming up out of nowhere. Like, you knew exactly what rumor it was. And instead of you just being real in that moment, you took the easy way out and you got nothing for it, bitch. Tell the damn truth. Moving on. So Mia traps in trying to take her for Tacky, and Wendy tells her to shut up because it has nothing to do with her. I mean, it don't have nothing to do with her, but Wendy at the same time, y'all are at a damn reunion, and she's not doing nothing more or nothing less than none of y'all up there do. When like anytime when Giselle Tacky was talking or Dickless was talking or anything, you found the same reason to chime in. Didn't nobody tell you to shut up? Like, and then because this shit that's going on between you, I'm gonna get to it when we get to it because I'm gonna get to it when we get to it because I was on your side and I felt like a lot of people was like doing team too much when they said that you were team too much. But in this moment, when it came between you and Mia, yeah, you was team too much one day, and we gonna get to that in a minute. I'm on your side, but we gonna get to that when we get there. So Wendy pulling out phone records on Tacky. Um, Wendy pulling out the phone records on Tacky and Ashley apologized to Wendy if she felt like, they were being critical of her and her body. I'm going to get on the phone records first. I will say this. The phone records does prove that there was a conversation between y'all. But you were saying that, y'all only talked for like 60 seconds or something like that. And, it really wasn't about the rumor or whatever the case may be. Listen, I was here for the text message because that proved that Dickless was a liar. But when it comes to when it comes to the phone records, y'all get together in the comments if I'm missing something, but I must be missing something because I do feel like the phone record fell flat. Because in one breath you were saying that you and her never talked, but then you pulling out a phone record showing that she did call you and there was a conversation. Now, whether it was a minute convo or an hour convo, the fact still remains that there was a convo that was had. You know what I mean? So I really did not understand exactly where you was coming from with that, Wendy. But oh well, because you was laying it to Tacky's ass, and I was down for it. But I was looking at you like a confused dog when it came down to that to them phone records. I'm gonna be real. Now, as it pertains to Ashley apologizing to Wendy, I appreciate you for doing that, Ashley. And I don't necessarily think Ashley was trying to body shame her because let's be clear, Ashley got up here basically telling everybody that she was not comfortable in the skin that she in either. So because of that, I don't necessarily think that was the road Ashley was going down. But I am glad that Ashley did apologize to Wendy so that that could be something that they could go on ahead and get over at this point. You understand? Moving on. So then we get down to Dickless's package, and there won't much to talk about. So seasonal depression. I said it once and I'm gonna say it again. That bitch ain't depressed no more than the man up there in that moon. That hoe ain't depressed no more than damn uh 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 Marceau Marisa Martel ass is. She not depressed. She not depressed. She was just lazy and complacent and where she was at. Period. And I don't care how y'all feel about that. Y'all can get up under my comments all you want. But I see it for what it is. Won't nothing depressed about Robin. Well, anyway. So Dickless and Devil Dick moved into the new house, like I kept telling y'all, a little birdie told me the only people that is in that house is her and Cain and Abel. All right, I'm just telling y'all what I'm hearing, and I'm still hearing that from my little clandestine informants. You understand me? You and Cain and Abel is living up in that house that them embezzlement hats, so you say, paid for. Moving on. So she hopes to get married next year, and when asked, who thinks that it's gonna happen, nobody but Tacky raised their hand. And let's be clear, Tacky was in no rush to raise her damn hand. Like to me, it looked like she looked around, and when she saw nobody else had their hand raised, she raised hers. Like that's what it looked to me. Um, so Dickless is still open to having another child between now and when she's 43. And when you said that you were 42, I said, well, girl, listen. Look, Michael gonna get pregnant before Dickless do because Michael is the one getting all that devil dick that devil dick is getting. Do you understand what I'm saying? All right, Michael all ass. He gonna have Michael all ass weeble wobbling around 5 months barefoot and pregnant before he get Dickless ass pregnant. Let's be clear, bitch. Moving on. Where's my shade at? Anyway, so Andy goes backstage to prep Nicki Minaj. She says that she does have some words for Ashley for bringing her breast milk on the trip, trying to talk about somebody else's man girl and Big Face's music, and he gives her permission to have a side. Now that I didn't like because I feel like if you're going to be the host of a reunion of any caliber, I don't feel like the host that's hosting should be able to pick sides or have a favorite or be biased. I don't think that's cool. Like if Nikki's going to do this, Nikki needs to do it the right way. Nikki needs to be as unbiased as possible. Ask the questions, but be as unbiased as possible. But I'm not gonna sit here and go in on Nikki until I see what it is that she gives us because I don't know. She just might surprise all of us and be one hell of a damn host. I don't know. We're gonna see next week. So I'm gonna hold my reservations. I'm gonna hold my comments. So the husbands comes on stage other than Devil Dick and Michael, and we all know why. Um, Dorothy calls when they all come on the stage, and Andy talks to her and questions her about what happened down to her daughter's video shoot. Um, she says that she didn't feel like she did anything wrong, that she was just going around being chatty, and that the girls was asking her questions and having conversations. But she says that she'll apologize to his face. But the way that she said it was just it was so cold. It was so. I mean, yeah, I'll go on ahead and do it just so he could shut up about it. Like that's that. Listen, let me tell you something. Dorothy done already made her mind up about Chris and that Chris ain't no good. And I think that is very fucked up and foul for her to still continue on carrying on that way when she clearly sees that it's hurting her daughter. Like it meant more for her to be right than it did to you know, kind of protect her daughter and her daughter's feelings and her daughter's heart, and you know, keep friction down in her daughter's house at a minimum. You know what I'm saying? Dorothy just doesn't care. She doesn't care. Dorothy is just one, and I know so many old ornery hoes like her. They stuck in their ways, and you can't tell them nothing. You can't tell them when they're wrong. You can't tell them when they're doing too much. You can't do none of that because they're just gonna stand 10 toes down and how they feel. And unfortunately for Chris, that's just something that you're gonna have to deal with. If you want to stay married to Big Face, that is just something that you're gonna have to deal with until you decide to divorce her and get rid of her, because I still feel like that's gonna happen. Matter of fact, I already took a poll on that. So if y'all want to put y'all duckies in the pot, girl, y'all go on ahead and DM me, girl, because I got a pot going on about that. Moving on. So a fan asked Ashley, why was she so upset at G's jokes and behaviors when her husband has done and said worse things on the show, and you always give him a pass? And they were absolutely right. She says that he's never been overly sexual with anybody on this show, and Andy brings up him saying that he'll suck Devil Dick's dick. Well, Andy, let's be clear. You and I will suck Devil Dick's dick, so I'm not all the way mad at him for saying that. But Ashley, let's be very clear. Your husband felt comfortable enough to grab another man on his pussy. To me, that's overly sexual. While the cameraman might not have been on the cast, he still works in productions with the rest of the cast members. So, fine. He hasn't done that to the cast, but he did it to production. That's equally bad. See, you tried to lighten and cuten it up, saying, well, it didn't happen to nobody on the cast. It didn't have to. It happened to somebody on production. I mean, it's all wrong. No matter which way you slice it, cut it up, flip it up, and rub it down, it's wrong. It is. But you're going to take up for your husband. I mean, you know, that's what most wives do. Look, you know exactly what it is between you and Michael. I honestly feel like they ain't in nothing but a situationship. I feel like Ashley gives Michael the opportunity to go out and give his bussy to other men, his bussy cat to other men, and transgender women, and this, that, and this. And, you know, she just sits at home and collects the money and makes sure that, you know, Tommy and Dill make it to quarterly meetings and make sure that they got coffee around there for all of the execs, you know, Susie, Angelica, Reptar, and all them. You know, she makes sure that they got coffee and Dunkin' Donuts, because they look like they look like some Dunkin' Donut type of hoes around there. So you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what she does. That's honestly what I feel about Michael and Ashley's union at this point. It's all a matter of convenience. Ashley makes him look good. Ashley gets the money from him, and it is what it is. She's securing her future. She's securing her bag, and I can't get mad at that woman for that. Hell, she did a lot better job than what Tacky and Dickless did. I take it at. Moving on. A fan asks Dickless, why doesn't Devil Dick ever show up when he needs to be? And she brings up the fact of him being a coach. I hear you, Dickless, but let's be clear. I still feel like if Juan was just sitting at home not doing nothing, I still feel like he wouldn't show up for you. I'm gonna be honest. I still feel like if he was just sitting at home not doing anything but selling weed all day, he still wouldn't show up for you like that, because he's just not that into you. Much like Ashley and Michael, you and him are in something that's a matter of convenience. Both of y'all are just used to each other. There's no love there. There's no love there. None. There's no love. There's no emotion. There's no support. There's none of that there. You're familiar. And why go out and try to, you know, make something with somebody else when I already know this person? So, girl, let me drink my water before I say something to that girl. Let me drink my water before I say something to that girl. Moving on. Oh, whatever I don't say tonight, I am going to say tomorrow at 11 o'clock in the live on the Gags with T channel. Don't be late. So Chris says that he doesn't manage Candace's career, her money, or anything else. He calls himself a glorified secretary. And I agree. You're not a manager because the managers get paid and she's not paying you. So you're right. You are a glorified desk clerk for her. You the water boy. That's the only thing you good for, and that's exactly how she treats your ass too. Um, so a fan asked, did Chris ever try to holler at Mia? They both said no, that it never happened. It was just a jab to get back at Candace for Candace calling her handsome. Excuse me. For one thing, you are real handsome, Mia. Me, I still feel like your name used to be Malcolm back in the day, but that's just me. And I don't give a fuck who get mad at a bitch because I said what I said. And if you're mad, you're mad. That's number one. Number two, Candace, big face here, so I'm gonna get you together. Because you're gonna look at her and say that her shade or her mouth or something like that has no boundaries. That's mighty rich coming from you. I mean, that's mighty rich coming from you. And I honestly feel like whatever shade that you get, Candace, you really shouldn't feel a way about it. Because out of all of the nasty negative things that have ever came out of your mouth, that was quite light compared to the most of the shit that came out of your mouth, child. I'm just gonna be real. So Wendy comes in and tells Mia how she felt about that. Because she also made a comment about how, Eddie couldn't look her way. I don't see why you felt a type of way about that. With Wendy, I'm gonna be real. When it came to this part and when it came to Mia, you did do absolutely too much. I didn't understand it. All of the loud talking, all of the hand gestures, all of the jumping up and down, and all of the rest of this. And I'm just like, I don't get what is it about Mia that just crawls under your skin to make that exude out of you. I totally don't understand that. Because let's be clear, Wendy, you started the issue between you and Mia. Mia started it with Mia started it with Big Face. So it's understandable why Big Face would still be holding on to some residual pissed offness when it comes to Grandma Moses. You started that shit with her from the very beginning. And much like I said, when y'all was at in Williamsburg, y'all were cool. You heard her story. Y'all was able to chill. Y'all was able to hang out. Y'all was able to relax. Like, and I'm just, don't get me wrong. Yes, I understand. She may have said something on Twitter or whatever the case may be, but like all of that you was giving, Wendy, I'm gonna let you have it. But y'all drop down in the comments if y'all kind of see or understand what the hell it is that I'm saying. Like like I don't know what it is about Mia that just makes her morph into that. But Wendy, that was just way too much. When it came to that point, way too much, daughter. Clean it up. So when asked about the rumor, Eddie says that he doesn't feel like it came from a place of concern for his family. And when asked, do Tacky feel like he owes him an apology, she says no. Listen, much like I said about Dot, some people are stuck in their ways, and if they feel like they're in the right or they did something, when a person feels like they're right, and when a person feels like what they did was justifiable, there's nothing you could do to change their mind. But let's be clear, Tacky, you definitely owe that man an apology. Because for you to sit up here and say y'all have had conversations and he always been a nice person or whatever the case may be, then why won't you just apologize to him? If he's telling you, I understand you may think that you didn't come off in that way, I'm telling you how I perceived it. So if he's nice to you and if he's cool with you and y'all had conversations and blah, 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 I don't understand why you just couldn't offer that up to your friend, your homeboy, your coworker, whatever he was to you. Like, it's... Girl, you already in that fucked up ass Tarzan dress. I really wish you would pick a vine and swing your ass around there to to Curious George, and y'all you hop on his back like Dixie Kong do Donkey Kong, and then y'all just fly off somewhere to y'all hoard of bananas. Like we get the Karen's package. I told y'all it won't much. We get the Karen's package. They praise Ray for his devotion to Karen and pushing her to market herself. And I do too. Chris chimes in and asks, if they feel that way about Ray, why can't they see the same for him instead of saying that he was riding her coattails? And I'm about to put my phone down. Chris, because it's not the same thing. It's not the same thing. And another thing, Chris, I'm not even about to sit up here and take up for Mother Dineva because she don't need me to do that for her. So I'm not even gonna talk about that. But what I am gonna correct you on is when you got your ass up on Instagram Live talking about something. Candace is the show. That's why all of us YouTubers are talking about it. And if it wasn't for her being on the show, we wouldn't get a check. Let me tell you something. Your big face bitch can disintegrate from the face of this earth right now. You want to know what's gonna happen? Not a motherfucking thing. There's still gonna be a season 7, a season 8, a season 9, a season 10. Them ladies is gonna still be up there, and us reviewers is still gonna be making a good little coin talking about Real Housewives of Potomac. Your bitch didn't offer anything of any type of value up here on this show other than showing what a miserable uh, 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 what a miserable cop calling hoe that she is. You got big damn nerve trying to get mad at us for us simply calling her out on her bullcrap. You can't get mad at us, child. Don't get mad at us. Don't get mad at us. Period. I don't, and that is my issue with y'all. You got rid of your Twitter just to get on Instagram Live and still talk shit. That makes no sense. You just should have kept your Twitter and stood up in it. Talking about something, if it weren't for her, we wouldn't make no money and all that. Show us your checks. What is it that you do, Chris? Show, because you coming up here with your shit with a cut. Is it what you used to have, bitch? It ain't about where you're at, it's what you're doing now. What is your checks? Can you produce a check stub? Because when this shit ends, what are y'all gonna do? If God forbid Candace loses her voice right now and never be able to put something else on Apple Music, how are y'all going to be able to survive? Anywho, they asked Ashley and Dickless why Devil Dick and Michael don't wear their rings, and it goes back to what I said before. They are in a situationship. What's the point of wearing a wedding ring when the ring don't mean anything? The ring lost its value years ago with all four of them. To let me tell it, the ring lost its value. So when you don't feel that way about a person, who cares about the ring? And that's really what it is. Ashley coming up here with all of these excuses. Oh, his fingers get fat. He got swollen fingers when he wear a ring. Oh, he can't come to the reunion because he gets sick all the time. Whatever, child. So Andy goes back there and get Nicki Minaj, and she finally comes out, child. And then we got Indiana Minaj. Okay, she named herself Indiana Minaj, and I was down for it. And so then she gets the party started right off the bat. And she asks Ashley, did she purposely leave her baby alone to come up to Williamsburg with her breast milk to be messy and be mean to Wendy? And that's basically where the episode ended. I said, "Ooh, girl, child, all right, Midnight, look." At first, I was apprehensive about it, but I mean, if she gonna get up here and act like these are the type of questions that we really want you to ask Andy. Those are the type of questions that we want you. The way she said it, the way she presented it, I was down for it. That's why I said I'm gonna reserve what I feel and my feelings about Nicki Minaj until next Sunday comes and I see what she gives. But y'all, that's it. That's all I got. This was boring. I don't know how y'all feel about it, but I was really bored. And I'm glad that it's over with. So y'all drop down in the comments. Y'all do what I'll do. Like I said, don't at me and nothing because I said what I said. Leave your tired ass comments down in the comments section. If I see it, I see it. And if I don't, oh well. But don't at me and nothing or I'm going to block your ass. Don't at me and nothing. Make sure that y'all are here 11 o'clock tomorrow morning on the Gags with T channel. When I really we really dive up into some things about this episode or whatever the case may be. The Whether You Like It or Not panel is going to be on Really B's channel tomorrow night at 9:05, 8:05 Central. So definitely make sure that y'all are subscribed to Really B's channel and make sure that you all I don't know if she put the link out yet, but just be on the lookout for the link. And when she does, just set your reminders. And YouTube will be sure to remind y'all so that y'all don't miss it. And with that, I'm gone, y'all. Bye.